If you carry a balance on multiple credit cards, this video is for you. Some new research suggests that some people may needlessly be paying hundreds, and in some cases, thousands of dollars in interest charges they don't have to because they don't sit down to figure out the best sequence to pay off their debts. Let's start with an example base case. Let's say that we have 3 credit cards. You owe $1,000 on card number 1 and it charges 12% interest. You owe $3,000 on card number 2 and it charges 19% interest. And you owe $6,000 on card number 3 and it charges 28% interest. And for argument's sake, let's assume that the minimum payment on each card is $50 per month. In the real world, those minimum payments are going to be relative to the size of the balances, but just go with it for now. The second assumption is that you have $500 per month that you are using to pay down your debts. The best way to pay down these debts to minimize interest charges would be to focus on the highest interest rate card first. So you would pay the minimum payment on all cards so that you don't miss any required payments, but then direct the rest of the money you are setting aside to paying off your debts only to card number 3. So you'd pay $50 on each card every month for a total of $150, and that leaves us with $350 to additionally pay towards card number 3 because it has the highest interest rate. Now, once we've paid off card number 3, then we apply the same method again, directing the surplus towards card 2 and then to card number 1. This is sometimes referred to as the Avalanche method. Now, there's another method known as the Snowball Method, which says you should target the smallest balance first, regardless of the interest rate. And while this may not be optimal from the perspective of paying the absolute least amount of interest in total, it may still be beneficial for those who might be more likely to execute this method to completion due to the psychological win of eliminating a source of debt the fastest. This may serve to motivate some people. In the Avalanche method, where we were putting the surplus to card number 3, which happened to have not only the highest interest rate, but also the highest balance of $6,000, it would take about a year and a half to go from 3 cards down to 2. With the Snowball method, where we would have focused on card number 1 first, and then card number 2, and then card number 3, we would have eliminated card number 1 within 3 months. And again, going down from 3 sources of debt down to 2 can feel like a big weight off people's shoulders and may motivate them to stay on course. So yeah, we might pay a little bit more in interest, but we may need that motivation. Everyone's going to be a little bit different. But here's the kicker. This new research paper, and I'll put the link in the video description down below, showed that people rarely used either method. Instead, we have a tendency to simply balance match. And what that means is that we would match the payments to each card based on the balance owing. So in our case, we would put $50 to card number 1, $150 to card number 2, and $300 to card number 3 because those payments would be proportional to the balances owing. This is suboptimal. And like I said, this tendency could lead some of us to paying hundreds of dollars of extra interest per year for no good reason. By the way, there is a handy, free online calculator that will allow you to compare the Avalanche method versus the Snowball method, and it'll show you the date that you would become debt-free under either scenario. You can enter in your balance, the interest rate charged, the minimum payment due, and it will tell you exactly when you're going to pay off those debts in either scenario. Just go to unbury.me. Now, it doesn't allow you to model the balance matching method because you shouldn't be doing that. Incidentally, using the scenario in this video, the difference in interest payments between the Avalanche and the Snowball method worked out to about $670. Also, if you're interested in learning more, I wrote a column recently that explains this research in more detail, and I'll put that link down below in the description as well. Don't forget to hit the like button on this video, and I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching.